my beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tracell. This is Facemeetstracell, the YouTube channel. If you are new here, welcome. We love new people over here. We're all about the foundation, the eyeshadow, the looks, full coverage looks of it all. If that is what you like what I like what you like, then please subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell notification so you'll be notified first whenever I upload a new video. As y'all can tell by today's title of this video, we will be doing my updated skin routine. Now, I have not locked down a skin routine that I absolutely loved in such a long time, and to be very honest with you, I only locked it down a few weeks ago when I was experimenting with the e.l.f. Cosmetics cream contour palette, and I fell in love with the not the reverse contour but the exaggerated under eye highlight. That is not something that I used to do. I've never done it, and I've been doing makeup for so long and I've never tried it on myself. I was always the one that would have stuck to my golden tones, my neutral tones, because that's just my skin type. That's not my skin type, that's just my skin tone. So you know, I was never one to wander outside of my comfort zone, and I'm so glad that I did, because now I figured out what I absolutely love for my skin. And also, a few videos back, I got some new product. You know what, let me show you all about that. We'll discuss that as we go forward in today's video. Let's begin. We all know that perfect skin, when I say skin, I hope you all are not confused. When I say skin, I am not necessarily talking about like my skincare routine. That is not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is my base. So my foundations, my concealers, my primers, my skin prep, you know, that kind of thing. Not necessarily my skincare routine, because to be very honest with you, I don't really have like a skincare routine, like a serious one, but I'm starting, and because I'm starting, it's why we're in this video, and that's why I'm probably liking how my makeup is turning out recently, if we're being very honest. Let me not ramble any further and let's start. Like any skin routine, you have to start with skin prep. And to be very honest, I'm going to show you all this. This is what I've been using on my face. This is a coffee Arabica soap that I got from NYX Naturals. I will put the link to the video that I reviewed their products on here. This is their coffee Arabica soap. As you can tell, I used it this morning. It's almost done. I am on my end. I need to order some more. I use this coffee Arabica soap and I absolutely love what it does to my skin. It definitely cleans my skin so well. I do have naturally dry skin, and I use this soap and it cleans my face, and then I have to put back in the moisture, otherwise my skin will dry out, and when it dries out, I get a lot of breakouts. If it's really dry, I get breakouts. If the moisturizer that I'm using is too heavy for my skin or overloading my pores, I get breakouts. That's just how my skin works. Sometimes it betrays me, sometimes it does not, but generally, overall, I do not have problematic skin. So I really love this soap. A few weeks ago, my moisturizer ran out, and I have not been finding any time to go replace it. I have been to Pennywise multiple times, and if you don't know what Pennywise is, it is a department store. Perfumes, body washes, hair stuff, that kind of thing. It's that kind of store. I went to get my moisturizer, and I went down a completely different aisle, and of course, anyone who goes to Pennywise know they get sidetracked. So I got sidetracked. However, I ended up in a really amazing aisle of oils, and after scouring all of the oils, I found this one that I absolutely loved, and this is the Ashanti Naturals 100% argan hair and body oil. This is what I have been using on my skin because I did not replace my moisturizer. And I absolutely love what it's doing with my skin. Right now it's very dry, so I'm going to start the video by prepping my skin with this, and I'll let you all know some of the benefits of argan oil. Now, firstly, there are anti-aging properties. Love that. It does treat acne, according to the internet. It does treat acne, and it does help with the oiliness. Even though a lot of people will think you're putting oil on your face to help with oiliness, yeah, it does. It absorbs into the skin really quickly, and I'm sure you all will see it by the end of this video, or before I apply foundation, you will see it all just into my skin. It is not greasy, it is very lightweight. It protects from sun damage because even though I am black, I still need protection from the sun, right? Wear your SPF, these guys, or your argan oil. It does protect from sun damage, and I love it. I love the benefit. There are other benefits. I will list them all on the screen for you right here. While I tell you all about Ashanti Naturals. This brand is from Ghana. On their website, it says that since most of Ashanti Naturals products are manufactured in Ghana, Africa by local communities, you can help them by buying from us. Natural cosmetics manufacturing is a traditional type of labor for women in that region. Our mission is not only to give you the best natural product, but also empower women of the West African region by providing them with employment. At the top of their website, they say Ashanti Naturals, employing and empowering women in Ghana. And I love that. And that's what I do to moisturize my skin. And the good thing is, when I'm done with moisturizing my skin, I can just do this and pass it in my hair because it's good for my hair too. My next step, because I usually do my eyes first, my next step will be to do my brows and then move on to foundation. Today, however, we are not focusing on the eyes, we are focusing on the skin. So I will do my brows off camera and I will be right back. Okay, so now that my foundation is done, wow, look at how I'm jumping the gun. Now that my brows are done, I still want to tell you all about Ashanti Naturals. I just want you all to know that they are very inexpensive. And if you want to purchase oils, because I will be purchasing more oils because I did not see all of the oils that I wanted in Pennywise. When I went on their website, they have so many other things. They have black soap, they have cocoa butter, and they have hair and body oil. Right? And in all of their oils, they have jojoba oil, they have black seed oil, argan oil, avocado oil, sweet almond oil, shea butter oils, coconut oil. It's a lot of oils. And they are all very, very inexpensive, which I was very pleasantly surprised by. Also, I paid $50 TT for this. On their website, it is $8. I believe it's US. I'm seeing it says USD, yeah. So it is $8 US on their website, and I paid $50 TT for this in Pennywise. I love how my skin feels. It is very lightweight. It does soak into the skin, and you all know Trinidad is very hot. So even though it is very hot, I had it on and I ran errands and I was not greasy. I was not feeling the product on my skin. None of that. It was amazing. Obviously, the next step for skin is primer. I fell in love with this primer in my my video before my second to last video when I did the wear test between e.l.f. and Milk Makeup, and this was the primer that I used. I absolutely love this primer. I even had this primer on yesterday, hot sun, poolside. Y'all, amazing. My makeup did not budge, the oils did not seep through, and I had this on as my base as well. So, and if the oils did not seep through, then clearly it does help the oiliness, like the argan oil says, it does help. If you can splurge, please splurge on this primer. I 100% recommend this. I'm gonna just do a pump on each side. It's not really like a full pump, it's like an almost pump. Please remember to prime, guys. You must prime your skin because makeup has a lot of chemicals, and that can cause you to break out if you have ridiculously sensitive skin. Even if you don't even have ridiculously sensitive or just regular sensitive skin, it can cause you to break out. So please make sure you have the layer on before you put it on. So far, I have step 1, moisturize with my argan oil. Step 2, prime with my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. Step 3, we're going to move on to foundation. This foundation is very inexpensive. I don't know if it's part of the Fit Me line. I don't think so. I think the Superstay line is completely separate. But this is the Maybelline Superstay foundation in the shade 356 Warm Coconut. I absolutely love this foundation. However, I have been mixing it with the CoverGirl Matte Ambition, which is in the shade FS 420, which is a more neutral foundation, and this is a more yellowy orange foundation. I love the combination. I know I could just easily go to shade 357, which I can, but I already had this foundation sitting there, so I'm not gonna go buy one. And I could just mix 2 that I already have, because I'm not as dark as this neutral foundation, but I'm also not as yellow orange as this one. So I just mixed the 2, and I've been loving the combination together. It's all about application in this point. If I'm in a rush I will just use the sponge. But if I'm fine and I'm willing to take my time to do all this, I will use the brush first. Always going with the brush, and we're just gonna pat in the foundation. I feel like I could have put more of the neutral foundation in this mix because it's still kind of orangey to me. And when I'm done, I go in with my sponge. This is my Shaded by Shonda sponge. Just to make sure it's all even, nice and smooth. For this next step, you can use any concealer that you like. I have this. This is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation in the shade 420. I thought this would have been my shade when I bought it initially. It clearly is not, because when I put it on, you will see. But you can use concealer for this part. I'm just going to highlight under my eye using this foundation. Do you all see the difference between this and my skin tone? How did I think this was my color? I have no idea. But we're gonna just highlight all our areas. If you wanted more full coverage, because y'all know I'm a full coverage kind of girl, you can let it dry down a little. I'm highlighting using a more golden foundation / concealer, because you can use a concealer if you find one. Like if I was using the L'Oreal Pro Concealer, I'd use Fawn for this step. But I really love how my skin looks with the Fenty Pro Filter. I love the formula of this. I love the finish of it as well. So that's why I use it. Now that that's blended out, always take the butt of your sponge that you would have pressed into the foundation earlier and just blend out the edges, because you all know from the very beginning stages of my my YouTube channel, I always said I hate harsh lines. So now we did that and we're slightly highlighted. We're going to take it a step further. When I say a step further, I mean I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible Mordant Concealer in the shade 360, and this is to give myself the exaggerated under eye that I'm loving these days. Now you can just use a lighter shade of concealer instead of doing the two tones. I think you should get the same result, but I would not know. This is just what I prefer. So I'm just gonna place it right there on either side, depending on how heavy I want to go. Depending on the day, if I want it to be super exaggerated, I could extend it some more, but right now I'm just going to work with this. And I'm going to use the sponge and blend it out. And as usual, you go in with the butt of your sponge and you just blend out the edges. And now, our next step, powder. Now, other influencers, they make cream contour. I do not prefer to cream contour. I can cream contour. I have cream contoured in the past, but if we're looking at my go-to skin routine, it is not to cream contour. So I will powder contour, but for now we're gonna set my highlighted areas, and I'm using the Sasha Buttercup powder. This is my go-to powder. I absolutely love it. It is yellow. It's very finely milled. It blends like a dream, and I always use it with my sponge. I no longer bake. I only press it into my skin. So like I said, I no longer bake my under eye. The only spot that I actually bake is literally my contour, and that's because, you know, the notes needs to be snatched. For my contour, I use two products. This is the Tobago Cosmetics Uzuri Compact, and this is in the shade Cocoa. This is from their Cocoa collection. I almost always go in with this first when I am using it, because I can't contour without it. I'm almost always going first with this because it does have a bit of a purple tinge, kind of purple burgundy undertones. It can act as, I would like to say, a bronzer. It can act as a bronzer, and that's why I always go in with it first. It does remind me, like the color of it reminds me of one of the Fenty Beauty powders. Yeah, it reminds me of the Fenty Beauty Mocha Mami. That's what this reminds me of. It reminds me of the Fenty Beauty Mocha Mami, the shade of it, and I absolutely love it. So I am going to contour with this first, and I'm using my favorite brush. You can see it more on the brush, that the kind of purple tinge I'm talking about. You can see it more on the brush. And I just pat it in and push up. So I pat and push up. And I always push it into my hairline. So that's how I use the Tobago Cosmetics Cocoa Uzuri Compact. When I'm done with that, the next step is to go in with my Crayon Case Composition Notebook. Now this is not their new packaging. I've said that in previous videos. This is their older packaging, but I have it and I need to use it out. Usually I would go in with the shade Bobby, but I found in recent weeks that I found that it's a bit too harsh, so I've been mixing it with Bobby. So clearly you can see a dent in this one because I use it all the time. This is the shade Bobby, and it's obviously the first color that you think, well, she needs to contour, this is the one that she has to use. But I started mixing the two, especially when I use the bronzer. So it takes away the red tinge, but it also gives me a nice contour. So I mix these two. So this is Bricky and Bobby. Those are the two shades. Bobby is the darkest one and Bricky is the one above it. So I mix the two shades and I go over to contour my nose. I only use the Contour notebook by the crayon case, and that is because I don't necessarily want the kind of purple tinge that you see on my cheeks. I don't want that on my nose. Nice. And I always go back in with my sponge just to clean up the sides of my contour. Because we do want this to be very sharp, very snatched nose. And I'm going back with my sponge and I'm carving out my cheeks. I would have said in a previous video that I usually carve up, like if I want to have like to make it look like if I have a lot of cheeks, because I have a very slim face, I would usually come down and carve up like in a C. But I don't feel like I want that today, you know? So just carve like a very slight C. And to blend this all out and to have everything even, I use a really nice fluffy, very fluffy brush. And that is it for today's video. Most days if I find like it's too harsh in terms of the difference, I will only go in with like a brown powder and just blend over that area, a brown powder of my skin tone, or like mix two shades, or you know, something like that. But ooh, I love this. This is my base. From here you can go anywhere. You can add your eyeshadow. I usually do eyeshadow first, but you know, for the sake of this video, you add your eyeshadow, you add your whatever shade of blush you like, whatever shade of highlighter you like, and your lipstick, your lashes, your eyeliner, everything, and you're good to go. But this is my base, and I absolutely love my base of late. So whenever you'll see me skip through this part in a future video or any past videos, this is the combination I've been using, and I absolutely love how it looks. I love how my skin looks, and I'm very pleased with my updated skin routine. Always remember, everything is in the prep. You prep your skin, your foundation will lay flawlessly. I absolutely love it. I love the argan oil. I love the foundations I use. The trick is just to find products that you absolutely love and work with your skin. I recently found this primer and I absolutely love it. I have zero issues with this Milk Makeup Hydrated Primer, none whatsoever. My makeup stays on all day and I'm very pleased with how it looks. Yeah, so this is my updated skin routine. I will link all of the products that I used on my face today in the description bar below. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you need an updated skin routine, I hope that this helps. You know, so you know how to prep, you know what tools to use, what techniques you can use. It's not set in stone. You don't have to do exactly what I do. Do what works for you. But if you do need a stepping stone somewhere to jump off of, you can use my video as that. And I hope it helped you. And I hope y'all enjoy watching me beat my face yet again. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. Thanks for watching this video. I know it might have been a very long one. I apologize. Let me know in the comments below if you use any of the techniques already, or if you plan to use it in the future, if I should include any new techniques in my routine. I'm always open to learning. Drop a comment, let me know what y'all think, and if y'all wanting to see like my favorite brushes, I was thinking about doing that, but I was thinking that not everybody would want to see my favorite brush video. But let me know in the comments below. If you have not joined the fam yet, please subscribe to my channel if you enjoy this type of content. Let me know if you like this video by clicking a thumbs up, comment, share. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Please remember to stay safe and stay sweet. I'll see you all at the next one.